What was Daniel like? He was a handful from the very beginning, very, very active. He was very curious, very smart.
He would always help me when it came to school or like my social, like just anything, like giving me advice. And he was just like so funny too. I remember he would joke about just like dropping out of college, just like living like on a farm with only French bulldogs.
If he was passionate about something, he would put everything into that. Obviously, studying to be a pilot, flying.
He started taking flight lessons starting early spring when the weather became good. He would start scheduling every Thursday. Typically on Thursdays he would come home. So this was his second solo flight. And the plan was to do 3 rounds around the airport. And, you know, we kissed him and we stayed behind the fence, and he just gives us a thumbs up from the window. And then he took off.
Right now at 5, we are on the scene in Wauwatosa where a small plane has crashed in the backyard of a home.
About 5 minutes before 3, he tells the tower, reporting engine failure, it's not working, and that's the last thing we hear from that pilot.
From then it was a blur, you know, it's just chase the ambulance, you know, to the hospital. And then it was a few nights that we never slept. Versiti lady came to talk to us about organ donation, and we all like said the same thing without even looking at each other. That's what he would want. He was passionate about that too. He was the first one when he got the driving license to get a sticker.
So he donated his heart, 2 kidneys, and the liver. One of the actions, or one of the connections we made was with SODA, Student Organ Donation Advocates. And their whole goal, as you may know, is promoting organ donation. So Lola worked very closely with them.
When starting SODA, the very interesting thing was just breaking a lot of stigmas that high school students didn't know.
Less than like maybe 6 weeks after the accident and the funeral, a website which was called Deeds for Daniel, where people could just go in, share a memory, and commit to doing a good deed. It generated an astonishing number of over 2,000 submissions. People we didn't know existed, people we didn't know Daniel was in touch with were saying, oh, he helped me do this and this, and I commit to do this and that. And one of the deeds there was donate blood. And then we held our first blood drive. So we established this Daniel Gives Back. And through that we held so far 11 blood drives with a total of 700 and something blood products collected and over 2,100 patients affected.
Daniel ended up donating his heart, liver, and 2 kidneys. He was the first in our family to register as an organ donor on his learner's permit when he was just 15 years old. Following in his footsteps, my parents and I did the same. To Daniel, he wouldn't give a second thought to helping someone. Accomplishing so many good deeds in Daniel's memory is how my family and I have been healing for the past 3 years. We never imagined that things would get better, that we could find joy again, and that we could find love again. But we did, and we are still healing, taking steps we never thought we would take. After almost 3 years, we've accomplished so much for Daniel. We will continue our efforts to keep his influence and memory alive.